Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here, and yeah, here we are with this very special video on my thoughts video right about now. So yeah, I guess if you couldn't recall right about now, based on the date right about now, we are officially at the end of 2020 as we speak. So yeah, and my God, what a year it's actually been. So. Excuse me for a second, but yeah, I guess right about now we are finally at the end of 2020 right about now, and I think we can all agree hands down that this year was absolutely a really terrible year right about now, and yeah, I wouldn't be lying if I say that I actually we're gonna be lying if I say that I would actually agree with a lot of you people. Like I said, whether it be, of course, the massive amount of wildfires that we got, the massive uprising with the Black Lives Matter movement, and of course the stuff that's been going on with this year's recent presidential election, to which, thank God, actually gave us a pretty satisfying end to, of course, make up for the one we had back in 2016. And like I said, pretty much the main culprit of course, all this this year is, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic. What with, of course, everything getting shut down, and we were forced to go under major lockdowns and being under quarantine as we speak. It's just nuts, man. So yeah, I guess if anything, 2020 turned out to be a really terrible year in general right about now, but I guess if you know me, hands down, you will actually know for, of course, the one thing I absolutely love, which is, of course, reviewing movies for sure, and yeah, I guess if anything, I will have to say this year was incredibly disappointing in terms of course, movies that I've been seeing for this year, to which again, blame COVID-19 for, of course, all of that for sure, and even some of the good ones that I've actually seen, they are still good, yes, but they're clearly not enough to actually, to, of course, liven me up with, of course, my disappointment for sure, but hey, I guess if anything, I guess we do know that it's actually a really terrible year, and we do hope 2021 will, of course, be a much better year for sure. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm hoping for right about now. I think we can all agree on that front. So yeah, I guess pretty much like I did last year when I did a top 10 list of some of my favorite movies from 2019, I'm here back at it again to, of course, list off my favorite movies from 2020 right about now, because yeah, there is a lot of good ones that I've actually seen for, of course, this year. Now, I guess the only problem with that front, I think the only thing that, of course, I stick to right about now is, of course, movies released in theaters right about now, and seeing how I haven't seen that many movies in theaters, to which, again, blame COVID-19 for, of course, all of this right about now. There's clearly not enough movies released in theaters to, of course, fill in this list, but yeah, it was quite tough to actually put together this list. So what I've decided to do is that I'm actually going to include movies that were released onto streaming services and even on demand. Yeah, with, of course, 2 streaming services to which I've seen plenty of movies on for, of course, this year, being, of course, both Netflix and Disney Plus. So yeah, just to I just decided to, of course, include that for, of course, this in this list for sure, just to help fill in the gap right about now. So yeah, that's what I kind of figured that I would do right about now, just as a way to, of course, make things a whole lot easier right about now. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do, regardless of course, being either released in theaters or released on streaming services. I'm, of course, going to be counting down my top 10 favorite movies from 2020 for this year. So yeah. And like I said, since I haven't seen that much movies this year, I think I guess it makes sense that I would be fair for, of course, this one. So now, before I can get right on to, of course, kicking off my list, I think I might as well go on to probably quickly go through just about 4 or 5 honorable mentions real quick. Pretty much just the ones that you would think that would be on my list, but it's practically not. But I still think they're worth the watch right about now. So yeah, that's what I kind of figured I would do. So before we could get on to the list, let's get right on to the honorable mentions real quick. So yeah, let's do it. Timmy failure. Mistakes were made. Yeah, I guess it's quite obvious that I have to put on this one. And yeah, I will say it's not one of my favorites right about now, but I do think it's actually a pretty good movie nevertheless. I mean, sure, it actually does have some issues here and there, but I actually really like the fun ideas that they tried to pull, and even some of the actors, I have to say, do pull off pretty good performances. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that I actually love it a whole lot, but I do think it's a good movie nevertheless. So yeah, that's pretty much one of my honorable mentions. The one and only Ivan. Now, I think I will say I actually do like this movie hands down. I think it's actually quite interesting to, of course, see this be based on an actual true story that happened. And yeah, again, I actually really like some of the fun ideas that they actually threw into, of course, this one right about now. And yeah, I guess for, of course, Disney being Disney, they do have to have animals talk in this one, to which, yeah, I really don't know if that actually did happen, but I'm pretty sure it didn't right about now. But hey, regardless on that front, it's still one of my honorable mentions for sure. The Christmas Chronicles 2. Now, I think I will say, I think I know a lot of you guys are expecting me to, of course, put this one alongside the first film onto this list. And yeah, I think as much as I do like the first film hands down, I think I do have a bit of satisfaction for the second film as well. I think they're both equally good, but I think the second film actually does take place. I really like the way how much the film has grown since the first film, even expanding a whole lot with some pretty interesting ideas. And of course, I really love all the incredible actors in it, and I really love on how visually it actually turned out. So yeah, I guess it's actually one of those movies I actually do like hands down. And how could I go wrong with, of course, Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus for sure? I think that is just absolutely perfection right about now. So yeah, I actually really like this one. The Prom. So yeah, I guess right about now, I think it's probably one of those that I really don't know what to make of it, but I still think it's a pretty decent movie nevertheless. And yeah, I wouldn't be lying if I say that I actually did find myself having a good time with it since after watching it, because yeah, I think it actually does play well with, of course, what it's trying to do, since it's of course based on the musical of the same name. And yeah, I guess if anything, I think some parts of the film are done well, while others could have been done much better. But still, I do think it's worthy enough to being in the honorable mentions right about now. And the final runner-up is Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah, I guess a lot of you guys are expecting me to, of course, put this movie somewhere on my list, but I mean, honestly, I actually do feel bad for this movie. I think I was actually, I think I was a bit excited for, of course, this one, but I think after it came out, I think it did garner up a massive reception right about now, and yeah, I guess I do feel bad for this movie for what it's trying to do right about now, as I do think it actually does have some really great ideas thrown into it, and I absolutely still absolutely love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman as always. So yeah, not really as strong as the first film, but it's not terrible by all means. But yeah, I still think it's worthy enough to being in the honorable mentions right by now. So yeah, that pretty much takes care of all of those movies. So yeah, now that I got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right on to my top 10 favorite movies from 2020. There's a lot of good ones that I actually put onto this one. So yeah, you'll be really surprised on the ones I've actually picked. So with that being said, let's get right to it. Number 10. Onward. Now, I think I will say this is actually one of those movies that I actually was heavily intrigued to, of course, all of it right about now. So yeah, I guess right about now, I think it is one of those movies I am actually really excited to see upon seeing the trailers for it, because I actually really like the idea of course, having, of course, fantasy characters living in a modern world, and of course, two brothers are, of course, going on a massive quest to, of course, gain their goal right now, which is, of course, to see their father. So yeah, I guess, if anything, I actually do like this movie for what it's trying to do. Pretty much be almost like an animated modern-day, kid-friendly version of course, Lord of the Rings for sure. So yeah, I think I actually really like the way this movie actually does tackle some fun ideas thrown into it. But again, it could have been done a whole lot better than what I was hoping for right about now. But I do give the film credit for, of course, what it's trying to do right about now in terms of the right amount of execution so far. So yeah, I guess right about now, I think it's still worthy enough to say that it's definitely one of my favorites right about now. I really like the story as always. All the actors, especially Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, they do pull off some pretty good performances, and I really adored the animation by far. So yeah, and again, all the fun ideas that I've actually seen in this movie actually does flow out pretty well. So yeah, I guess it's not one of my top picks that I was hoping for this one, but I do think it's a good one for sure that is worthy enough to make a spot on the list. But yeah, again, I think I may be saying a bit too much, or maybe I might be overlooking at it a bit too much, but I'm just at the bottom of the list, and there's still plenty more on the way. So yeah, what else can I say except Onward is, of course, it's somehow a pretty good movie, nevertheless, and yeah, there's nothing much else I can say, so yeah. Number 9. Tenet. Now, I will strangely admit, I never actually knew about this movie when, of course, I first saw the trailers for it, but upon seeing it for myself, when I actually did see the trailers, I figure, okay, yeah, it actually does look pretty interesting right about now, and I guess from my understanding is, of course, done by Christopher Nolan, which I do know is actually a really good director, hands down. He has done some really great work in the past, for sure. So yeah, I was actually really quite curious to see on how well this movie actually turned out, and I guess if anything, I think I am pretty much satisfied by it. I mean, okay, it's not anything great in my opinion, but I do think it's actually well worth the watch right about now, and again, I actually really like the idea of course, what this movie is trying to do with, of course, pretty much tackling, yeah, or pretty much using time to, of course, for, of course, its fun ideas, and especially the really clever action scenes right about now, with, of course, some parts of it going forward, some parts of it going backwards. Yeah, again, I think that would have been very tricky to, of course, pull off when you actually start shooting it. But the way this movie actually presented that idea, hands down, I think it actually does work pretty well, and yeah. And of course, as always, I actually really like what they're trying to do with, of course, with the right amount of, yeah, with, of course, not only the action scenes, I have to say, which are done pretty well, but also, of course, all the actors that played all the characters in this movie. Like, of course, I really adored John David Washington as the protagonist, alongside Robert Pattinson, and, of course, yeah, and of course, let's not forget to mention Kenneth Branagh as of course the main villain. So yeah, I guess right about now, it's still not one of my top picks for sure, but I do think Tenet is, of course, a pretty good movie. So yeah, I would normally actually try to go in reverse to, of course, say how much I would actually say this movie is worthy enough to be in the number 9 spot, but I just don't have the time to, because, yeah, I already used that big upping my review on Tenet, so yeah. what else can I say except I still think Tenet is a pretty good movie, so yeah. Number 8. Birds of Prey. Yep, I guess it's no big surprise right about now that I would actually put this movie on this list right about now. But again, I like this movie right about now. So yeah, I guess for anything, the DC Extended Universe has of course been giving us some pretty good stuff to of course make up for some of the stuff that we actually got beforehand, ranging from mediocre at best to just plain crap for sure, but still, yeah, I think with, of course, what this movie has done right about now, I really love the way it actually turned out. I think I just really love how well they've actually give Harley Quinn herself her own movie for sure, and yeah, I actually really like the fun ideas that they actually threw into it, and I still absolutely love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn as always, so yeah, I guess if anything, I just wish that maybe some parts of it could have been done a whole lot better than what I was hoping for sure, but I am pretty satisfied with, of course, what this movie has done for, of course, everything. I mean, everything that I've actually seen for sure. So yeah, really like this movie hands down, and yeah, I guess I do feel bad since this movie actually did poorly at the box office when it first came out, and I do think it is one of those movies that deserves a whole lot more love and recognition for sure. So yeah, and especially with, of course, being with, of course, its usual title, or of course the massively long title, or of course the new title that we got, which was, of course, Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. I really don't know why they actually renamed that for sure, but hey, regardless on, of course, what it's trying to do, I think Birds of Prey definitely deserves a whole lot more recognition after what it's actually gone through for sure. So yeah, maybe it might get it over time, somewhere down in the road pretty soon, but regardless on that, I still think Birds of Prey is worthy enough to be in my one of my I can't even speak today. I think it's worthy enough to, of course, take the number 8 spot on this list. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say. So yeah, if I was I think if there's anything in life that I actually would put in something that I actually like, it would definitely be something related to Harley Quinn. So yeah, moving on. Number 7. Bill and Ted Face the Music. Now, what can I say about this movie? I mean, really think about it. What can I say about Bill and Ted Face the Music except for the fact that, well, it's somehow pretty good, so yeah, I guess if anything, I think pretty much out of all the movie series that came out years ago, let alone some movies that I've seen, yeah, or of course some movies that I haven't seen that I've overlooked for quite a long time now, it would definitely be the Bill and Ted movies for sure, and yeah, I was actually I think I do find myself absolutely thrilled to finally get right on to seeing those movies for sure, as of course Excellent Adventure was great, and Bogus Journey was somehow pretty good, and now we come to Face the Music, to which, yeah, I guess if anything, I don't think it's great as, of course, Excellent Adventure, but I would definitely say it is as good as Bogus Journey for sure, so yeah, I think, again, I just really love some of the new and interesting ideas with, of course, what it's trying to do, rather than repeating the exact same plot that we actually got in the previous films, nevertheless. And again, I just really like the idea of course, being several years later, and Bill and Ted are, of course, grown up, but they still remain their regular personalities for sure, like they did in the previous 2 movies. So yeah, I guess right about now, I think, what else can I say except, well, it's basically a Bill and Ted movie, so if people are saying that it's actually good, it is pretty good, so yeah, I guess right about now, pretty much, much like how I felt about the previous 2 films, I am glad to, of course, finally see Face the Music right about now, and yeah, I am glad to finally take a look at the Bill and Ted movies for quite a while, and thankfully with, of course, this movie that I place on this list, I do say Face the Music is definitely worth the watch, nevertheless. So yeah, I guess right about now, I am very thrilled with, of course, Bill and Ted Face the Music because, well, it's a Bill and Ted movie. What more do you expect? So yeah, next one. Number 6. Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, I will say, this is probably the 5th time, and I mean the 5th time I actually mentioned something related to Sonic for sure, and that's of course counting the 2 reactions I did to, of course, the trailers for this movie. When I actually talked about this one in my top 10 movies I'm excited to see for 2020, and of course my main review on this movie in general. So yeah, what more do you want from me? How much more Sonic can I actually take? But hey, regardless on what I have to say, I still stand by my word in saying that I actually do really like this movie for what it's trying to do. I just really love the way it actually turned out with, of course, what is actually accomplished by far. And yeah, I think with, of course, what this movie has, of course, gone through right about now, with, of course, that massive redesign that they had to put into it, since after the original one was an absolute nightmare right about now, but hey, I definitely say it actually worked well, really well, and again, I think I am really glad that the people who made this movie actually did listen to everyone complaining about the original design and decide to go back to the drawing board for sure, and thankfully, it did end up saving the movie right about now, because it is actually well worth it. I really like the way it actually turned out, and I actually really like on how well Sonic interacted with, of course, being with either James Marsden's character and I definitely know Jim Carrey as of course Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman, or as I like to call him, Dr. Eggbotnik. Yeah, I say Jim Carrey actually does steal the show every time I see him on screen right about now, so yeah, I guess right about now, I think I still stand by my word in saying that I actually really like Sonic the Hedgehog for what it's trying to do, and yeah, I guess I can say that that of course this movie is definitely on, of course, the same level as Detective Pikachu for sure, So yeah, I guess right about now, I guess it's actually just another just somehow another pretty good video game movie. So yeah, take it for what it's worth, and yeah, I think I know I have talking to death about Sonic for quite a long time, and trust me when I say I know I'm done with talking about Sonic since after I did my review on it, but I guess it's safe to say that I'm still glad I saw the movie when it actually first came out, because it is definitely worth the watch, and I think I do know that at some point around a couple of years they are, of course, going to be releasing a sequel to, of course, this movie, so yeah, I'm actually really excited to see what they're going to do for, of course, the sequel that'll be coming up in a couple of years from now, So yeah, hopefully maybe it might be on the same level as the first film, or maybe not, we shall see. So yeah, even though I never really grew up with Sonic, nevertheless, because quite frankly, I'm mainly of a Nintendo kid, but I still say Sonic the Hedgehog is definitely worth checking out, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, so yeah. Number 5. Over the Moon. Now, I guess I have to say this is definitely one of those movies that did pique my curiosity for, of course, what it's trying to do right about now, and even I'll have to say I am actually pretty intrigued with, of course, what Over the Moon is actually done, and especially if, of course, that this is, of course, done by a former Disney animator, which was, of course, Glenn Keane for sure. So yeah, I guess right about now, I was quite curious to see on how Over the Moon actually turned out, and thankfully, it didn't disappoint right about now. I actually really like the way they actually pulled off with, of course, what it's trying to do in terms of story, characters, animation, and even the music. From what I'm hearing, it actually does sound great in my opinion. I really love the way it actually turned out, and again, I think it's quite interesting. I think it's quite interesting to see on how colorful and how breathtaking the entire world within the moon actually is. I just really like the way it actually turned out right about now, and it does work really well in, of course, this movie. So yeah, it actually does have some really fun ideas with what it's trying to do, and thankfully it didn't disappoint from, of course, what I'm seeing. So yeah, I guess right about now, Over the Moon, I guess it is probably one of my favorites right about now in comparison to, of course, the previous movies I talked about before. So yeah, I guess what else I can say except I actually really enjoyed Over the Moon. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say. So next one, number 4. Phineas and Ferb, Candace against the universe. Now, what can I say about it? I mean, I actually really love this movie. So yeah, I guess for what it's trying to do, for of course everything that it's trying to do, I think I really love the way it actually turned out because yeah, I think it actually is quite interesting to see because I actually used to like Phineas and Ferb at a much younger age, and especially since my early years when I started making videos for sure. So yeah, I think with, of course, what this movie has done, it really brought back all those memories of me watching Phineas and Ferb as of course a young teenager to, of course, almost to my adult years for sure. So yeah, I think I really love the way this movie actually played out with, of course, some really interesting ideas, and actually does tackle upon some stuff that happened probably during the time of course, the TV show for sure, to which again being taking place before the events of the final episode of the show. So yeah, I actually really love the movie for what it's trying to do. So yeah, and it definitely did bring back all those memories of watching Phineas and Ferb pretty much at my young teen years for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, Candace against the universe really won me over a whole lot. So yeah, and I'm really glad I actually finally took a look at it, and it definitely did bring back all those memories watching the show. And hey, now that Phineas and Ferb is on Disney Plus right but now, I think it's this movie, and of course myself, is of course pretty much begging me, or of course encouraging me right but now to go and rewatch the show just to see if it's actually as good as I remember. So yeah, we'll probably see within a matter of time if I do have the right amount of time to do so. But hey, I know I'll definitely look forward to, of course, rewatching the show after quite a while just to see how it fares up now as an adult in comparison to, of course, when I first saw it when it first came out. So yeah, I guess until then, I will say Phineas and Ferb, Candace against the universe. I love this movie a whole lot, and it is probably one of my top picks right about now. So yeah, but that's nothing compared to, of course, the final 3 movies that of course I'm gonna be talking about next. So yeah, let's get right on to, of course, my number 3 pick. Number 3. Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey. Now, I will have to say, I absolutely adored the hell out of this movie right but now, and especially seeing it right around Christmas time for sure. So yeah, I honestly didn't know what I expected when I actually first heard about this movie right about now, but hey, I guess since it is, of course, a Christmas movie, nevertheless, I say it is worth the watch for sure around Christmas time right about now, and yeah, I guess right about now, I think pretty much everything about the pretty much everything about the movie right but now is just absolutely amazing with, of course, in terms of story, characters, actors, visuals, and even the music, I have to say, they're all absolutely fantastic in my opinion. I just really love the way this movie actually did turn out with, of course, what it's trying to do, and I never get tired of watching it for sure. I think it's almost like I want to fire up Netflix again and actually rewatch it again for sure. So yeah, what else can I say except I really love Jingle Jangle a whole lot for sure, and yeah, I guess for, of course, being a full-on musical, I think it never disappointed with what it's trying to do, and thankfully, I did manage to burn the soundtrack for, of course, this movie, and I think I will say the soundtrack is as great as the movie itself, So yeah, I guess right about now, I think, I guess what else I can say except Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey is a really fantastic movie all the way, and it's definitely worth a watch around Christmas time, so yeah. Which reminds me, I think for, of course, next Christmas, pretty soon, right around next year, I think I'm definitely encouraging some of my family members to, of course, take a look at Jingle Jangle for sure, because yeah, I think it's actually still a really great Christmas movie nevertheless, so yeah, I'm definitely encouraging a good number of people, and especially some of my family members, to actually watch Jingle Jangle for Christmas next year, so yeah, really looking forward to all that, but I guess in the meantime, I think this is not only one of my new favorite Christmas movies, in my opinion, but I think it's definitely one of my top picks for, of course, this year right about now. So yeah, really adore Jingle Jangle then, and I adore Jingle Jangle now. So yeah, love the movie all the way through. Number 2. Soul. Now, what can I say about this movie right about now? Well, except for a few major things, except I actually really love the movie with what it's trying to do. So yeah, I was actually really hooked on, of course, this movie right after seeing it, and I am glad I finally decided to take a look at it right but now, as it is one of those movies I was super hyped to actually see for quite a long time, and thankfully, I actually did get what I was asking for, because this movie was definitely worth the watch for sure. I think with, of course, everything that I've actually seen, again, coming from, of course, a Pixar movie nevertheless, I think it's actually really incredible with what it's trying to do, and yeah, I guess it is kind of almost a bit similar to Inside Out for sure, but regardless on that, it is definitely worth the watch for sure, especially if, of course, the director of Inside Out himself, Pete Docter, directed this movie, so yeah. And again, I actually really love the way the movie actually presenting itself visually, hands down, with, of course, what it's trying to do. And yeah, on top of that, really love the story, really love the characters, and yeah, really love the animation by far. So yeah, what else can I say except Soul is definitely one of my top picks for sure, and truly one of my favorites for this year. So yeah, and yeah, it's definitely worth the watch on Disney Plus for sure, and yeah, I guess what else can I say except I actually really love Soul hands down. But as much as I really enjoyed Soul hands down, that's nothing compared to my number 1 pick that I'm gonna be revealing to you pretty soon. I mean, as much as the last set of movies I talked about are great, this one is so great, so fantastic, and so goddamn perfect that it's worthy enough to take the number 1 spot on this list. What is, you may ask? What, pray tell, do you think would take the number 1 spot on this list other than Jingle Jangle, or Soul, or Phineas and Ferb, or plenty of the other movies that I actually talked about in this list earlier? Well, you're about to find out, so let's get right to it. And my number 1 favorite movie from 2020 is Hamilton. Now, I will say right about now, as much as all the other movies that I talked about before are absolutely great and absolutely really good, that they're worthy enough to be on this list, they're nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Hamilton, hands down. So, yeah, I guess, if anything, as much as those movies are absolutely great, this movie, hands down, really takes the cake as one of the best I've actually seen this year. So, yeah, I think with, of course, this being, of course, a filmed version of the Broadway show, it never disappointed me a whole lot in terms of being a movie, hands down. I really love the way it actually turned out right about now. Pretty much like the musical itself, it's actually got a really great story, really great cast of characters. It's got some really great music, hands down, and I actually really love the fun idea of course, being a musical centered around Alexander Hamilton. So yeah, and yeah, I guess, if anything, how else would this musical actually take home several Tonys, including Best Musical years ago, so yeah, what else can I say? I think I would say Hamilton is definitely worth taking the #1 spot on this list right about now, because this movie right about now is absolutely amazing. I really love it all the way through, and I think every single note that it's actually been implemented for, of course, this movie, it is just absolutely pitch perfect, hands down. And yeah, I think it was, and of course, when I actually talked about this movie, when I did my thoughts video on it back in July, I think it was actually the very first movie I talked about where, of course, I gave it a very perfect 10 out of 10 for sure. So, and yeah, I still stand by my word when I actually gave this movie a 10 out of 10, because this movie is absolutely amazing, and I really love on what it's actually done right about now. So yeah, I guess, if anything, I think what else can I say except I absolutely really love Hamilton to this day, and I definitely think it is worth checking out on Disney+. So yeah, I think if Broadway shows ever do start getting themselves back up and running sometime soon, I am definitely thinking about seeing I am definitely thinking about seeing this musical for sure, just to see how well it compares to, of course, the Disney Plus version that we got. But I guess in the meantime, we've got this movie hands down, because from what it is all the way through, this movie is just absolutely perfect, and it is worthy enough to take the #1 spot as my favorite movie from 2020. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Those are, of course, my top 10 favorite movies of 2020, and yeah, it actually does feel good to, of course, talk about these movies on this list, and yeah, it was a major tough one to, of course, organize everything all together, but hey, I'm glad I finally got it out of the way, and I really love the way I've put this entire list together. So yeah, and again, it is disappointing that, of course, that 2020 is, of course, a really terrible year for me, at least in terms of some movies I've seen. But if there's one thing I can say right about now, I do know that 2021 is definitely going to be a much better year for sure. And yeah, I think with all the stuff that we're getting right about now, we are gonna get some things that are much better for sure, and of course get everything back to normal right about now. So yeah, I guess in the meantime, we might as well wait probably several months, or of course an entire year until that happens, as we're currently stuck in, of course, these difficult times right about now. But yeah, I guess up until then, we might as well make 2021 a much better year for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for this video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video right about now, and let me know in the comment section below if there's any movies that you have seen in 2020 that are your favorites, regardless on its in theaters, or of course through streaming services, or basically on demand for sure. So yeah, let me know know in the comment section below on that, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up very, very soon, hopefully. And of course, follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty other social media sites that I provided with, of course, all the links down in the description box below. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of my channel, if you want to see more videos like this coming up in the near future, then by all means go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications to do exactly that. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video right about now, and yeah, I guess it's a really good one to, of course, wrap up this year right about now. And yeah, like I said, let's see if we can make 2021 a much better year for sure. So yeah, I guess until then, I guess I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. And of course, as always, have yourselves a happy new year. So yeah, take care, guys.